I was just a young child when I first encountered a human. They are spread as horror stories around the city and feared for their magic. It was said they never quit, that their masters of stealth can recognize patterns within the blink of an eye and breathe fire. I was told never to get close to one, as they're going to rip my head off. Their sharp teeth will tear through any material and have no soul. But I didn't believe my elders, because I met one before. I was travelling with my family of 40 units. We needed to run. The Vilrum found us. We'd been at war with them before my elders were formed in their mother's womb. The Vilrum are intelligent, blood-hungry war creatures that found our flesh quite delightful to consume. They're from our sister planet, and it felt like the spirits designed them just so they could torment us for our decades of sins. Sharp, unrelenting claws, a thick exoskeleton, and huge predatory eyes that can follow us. We had nothing we could do to stop them. So we ran. We got good at running. Sometimes in the dark. Often in the light, when Vilrum's vision was at its worst. But they found us in the night. We weren't ready. It was a panic. My parents scrambled to get their parents out, relying on their eldest daughter to round up my siblings. So I did. I saved my siblings. I got them outside of our underground home. I was about to go back under to double check, but Vilrum's claw struck my back. The intense pain flooded my brain. I couldn't think straight anymore. No one was left, right? My family unit was safe, right? I would be the sacrifice for them. The Vilrum leaned down and put their muzzle inside my ear, breathing me in, as I bled out onto the dirt tar. It spoke in its native language, as it picked me up by my ears, and placed me on top of its shoulders. I started to black out before my ears picked up a strange sound that flooded my nerves with a strange, overwhelming sense. My nose picked up smells I've never smelled before, and my ears heard a sound I've never heard before. It was pure power. It was wound up, ready to strike at any moment. It had complete control of its muscles, all bound into, which was, I could see, about the same size as a Vilrum. It smelled of a mix of chemicals that it didn't care to mask and gave off incredible amounts of heat. His voice was booming, but from what I could pick up, had a pattern. "A human?" I croaked out. I mustered my body up to look at it. I cleared my eyes and made eye contact with it. I had poor vision at night, but its bright colour and white eyes I could make out. What a beautiful creature. It had a strong soul that the spirits gifted them. Its body changed, and its voice changed. More erratic. Anger. It pulled something from their waist and posted its arms, ready to receive a powerful recoil. The Vilrum spoke, and my translator picked up. "And what if I don't? We ain't scared of your kind. She is. She won't care if you save it. It'll run off and die to someone else." The human spoke again. My translator couldn't translate its complex tongue. "You ain't even in the Federation yet. You killing me will upset the Federation off." A loud, ear-shattering sound rang from the human's arm. I was disorientated, but I knew I needed to run. It had just used magic on the Vilrum. It killed the unkillable. I jumped off its body and ran before the human picked me up by my armpits. It grabbed my translator and replaced it with a new one. "Can you understand me?" I squirmed in their mighty grasp. How are they so much stronger than a Vilrum? Aw, you even act like a bunny. Hey, shh, it's okay. Once so powerful and full of pride, it was now comforting and warm. It's a play. It's magic trying to trick me. If I just get out of their grasp, I can treat my wounds. A cool feeling was coating my bare skin on my back, and the mind-numbing pain subsided. My mind could now register more information. Its heart was loud and proud. Masters of stealth? No. I could hear its muscles moving, and its breath. How was it a master? And sharp teeth? I looked at it. They flashed them. My heart stopped for a second. They just flashed it so casually, but I could see they weren't as jagged as my elders said. It had fangs, yes, but nothing that could rip rockets. It moved its hand to my head. I braced for the worst. It was going to finish the job. Its hand ran up and down my head. It was so comforting. I was warm, and I started to make a sound that only babies make. Oh my gosh, you even purr! How much cuter can you get? It used its nails and gently started a pattern on my head, which was pure bliss. Was this magic in full effect? It was working too well. I curled into its body heat. I'll let it work on me. It used its powerful legs and started walking while moving me back and forth with his arms. You know, you weigh as much as a human baby, and are about the size of one. How old are you? I processed what it said. It talked to move so fast. 3 lunar rotations. Holy crap! You're the youngest Vilrum we've ever seen. You'll provide so much for the recurse of your kind. But then it stopped walking and rocking me. It looked down at me, and I picked up the colour of its eyes. Brown. It bounced around me and my body. It was so rude to make eye contact, but something about their eyes made it so easy to. It had something neither I nor Vilrum had. It placed its digits on my nose and removed them. Boop, it whispered. My nose wiggled to the new heat. Fuck. My translator stopped. Its muscles on its face tightened and it sounded like anger. It looked back down at me and pressed the translator on my neck, restarting the device. Forgot it doesn't like cursing. When we get footing in the Federation, mark my words, we'll start a war against them. And it won't be like the Emu War. My ear picked up. It somehow knew my confusion. Human Earth bullshit. It rolled its eyes and pressed my neck again. Where's my family? It gritted its teeth, displeased. It inhaled and exhaled. They're safe. That was all I needed. I was so tired. Everything about them was overwhelming comfort. I closed my eyes and slipped into slumber. I was returned to my family unit a few days later. I wanted to tell them what happened, that humans weren't monsters, that they're kind and save me. But they didn't believe me. I wanted to push back, but knew it was better to be patient. They'd see. They didn't bring pain, but comfort and safety. Soon, the Federation came down to our planet and placed us under protection, something we've been begging for decades. And the human who saved me was there. It flashed his teeth at me as the Federation talked to our leaders. My monster remembered me. It dipped down and ran its hand up and down my body, giving me tingling sensations around me as I made the same noise I did that night, purring. The Vilrum never attacked my cities, nor my family, ever again.